Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Your time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprints.
Olivia Roberts has details on a major healthcare case headed to the Supreme Court today, and Destin Richards is tracking everything you need to know before you head out for your morning commute.
But first, to Mark Peterson with a look at that snowy forecast.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We're going to continue to have, again, some winter driving out there, certainly into the higher elevations, temperatures into the 30s, but we put a high impact on this. The four things you need to know this morning as you're heading out is that we're going to continue to have mountain snow. That's going to roll through. Snow north and east of Spokane. That wet morning commute. Allow yourself extra time. And Thursday night, we'll see more snow coming our way. The radar shows this continuing to move out of the Spokane area, but pushing into Idaho and North Spokane County.
The roads are still slick out there this morning, but bright side, the plows are doing their job. As you can see, we're here on Grand Boulevard and Cliff Drive near Sacred Heart, and the roads are clear here, but a lot of arterials still look really icy. City of Spokane just tweeted out that city snow crews are working in arterials this morning with a focus on hills and bridges, but again, please slow down for these driving conditions. A lot of places on the South Hill are still covered in snow and icy. Just make sure you keep it slow, especially when you see those plows working.
And we also have our first school delay of the season to tell you about. Reardon Edwall School District starting 2 hours late today. You can stay up to date on weather conditions with the 4 News Now weather app and all of our school closures on KXLY.com. We are also hearing of some icy roads in Grant County this morning. Those roads causing several crashes this morning.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office asked that you allow yourself extra time for your commute. And we told you about the snow, but we have another important note for morning commuters, specifically those of you who travel into Spokane on Highway 195. Construction crews are repairing the bridge over the railroad tracks near Spangle, which will close the southbound lanes. For a look at detours you can expect, find this story on our website.
Only 4 cities in North Idaho have a mask mandate currently in place, and Post Falls will not be joining that list. The City Council voted 4-2 against the mandate yesterday. At the beginning of the meeting, Mayor Ron Jacobson said his goal was to not tell anybody what to do, but he believes Post Falls is at the point where doing nothing is not an option.
The other half of Spokane first graders at Spokane Public Schools are heading back to the classroom this morning. The first half went yesterday. The district began phasing kindergartners back in on October 5th after receiving a go-ahead from the Spokane Regional Health District. And similar to those kindergartners, first graders are returning in a phased-in approach.
And West Valley is welcoming back 3rd graders to the classroom this week. Administrators say if everything continues to go according to plan, the school will continue to phase in students every 2 weeks.
Today, the Supreme Court will hear arguments on the Affordable Care Act from the Trump administration, asking the justices to invalidate the entire law. If the law is struck down, 21 million people would lose health insurance nationwide, and protections for 54 million Americans with pre-existing conditions could also be eliminated. The court upheld Obamacare in 2 previous cases, but now there's a conservative majority on the bench after President Trump appointed 3 justices. The law's challengers, including 18 states led by Texas, are urging the court to rule that Obamacare's individual mandate, which requires nearly all Americans to get health insurance or pay a tax, is unconstitutional. If it's eliminated, the Trump administration insists there's no need to panic, even though they have not yet put forward any clear alternative to the ACA.
President Trump is planning to launch a leadership political action committee to maintain his influence in Republican circles. The PAC could give the president significant pull in GOP politics even after he leaves office. Campaign spokesman Tim Murtaugh says Trump always planned to take the step win or lose.
And some breaking news this morning. European Union regulators are filing antitrust charges against Amazon, accusing the e-commerce giant of using its access to data to gain an unfair advantage over merchants using its platform. The EU's Executive Commission issued the charges after it started looking into the company 2 years ago. EU officials also opened a second investigation into whether the company favors product officers and merchants that use its own logistics and delivery system.
The coronavirus stimulus package remains in limbo. Negotiations are at a standstill, and the prospects of one succeeding remain uncertain in the wake of the election. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell recently said he's interested in passing another stimulus, though the two parties are far apart on a dollar amount.
And coming up next on Good Morning America, as college students prepare to head home for the Thanksgiving holiday, the New York Times finding more than 250,000 cases have been reported on campuses across the country. GMA has expert advice for students planning to travel this holiday season. We'll check weather with Mark next.